Hey there. So, I've been taking some time to think about interpersonal connection and, uh, putting yourself out there because it came to my attention that communicating with others actually teaches you so many valuable things and actually accelerates your growth faster than you could imagine because a lot of self improvement is a very prominent idea nowadays in social media and the internet and stuff like that. So we kind of get into this routine of go to the gym, read some books, do this, do that, but then we forget about the most important thing, which is the reason we even do it in the first place, and that's human connection. Like, anything we do to better ourselves is to some extent for the purpose of connecting with humans better. And I hate to say it, but building a better body is great, but it's not going to help you in becoming a people person. It just don't work like that. It's okay to be introverted and it's okay to like to keep your circle small. Like, don't get me wrong there. Like, that's cool. That's cool. Maybe your circle should be small, based on your current circumstances. But to completely forego human connection is an absurd idea that's gonna eventually turn you into somebody that just isn't good. That's not gonna. Basically, it's gonna turn you into a useless human being, to put it in more harsher terms. I know it's not the most friendly thing to say, but you know those people. We all know at least one of them. Somebody who has gone so deep in loneliness that they have no brightness in them any longer. It's quite sad to see. And the simple fact is that they're not the ones doing anything wrong. They're simply victims. They're victims of oppression. Because in this day and age, dude, it seems that misdirection is the force behind a lot of things. It starts with the things we eat, the things we watch, the things we read. It's all just a lot of it. A lot of it is for our own detriment. I'm not one of those people who are going to say that everything was made to destroy you, but a lot of things are. And it's not simply for the purpose of destroying you. Nothing is simply for the purpose of suffering itself. But there's a lot of things that are here to dumb us down and to reduce our intelligence so that we one can't recognize that we're in a pit, that whoever is in control right now is abusing us and taking advantage of us. And two, so we can't have that feeling of what it is to be alive, because alive people don't make good slaves. So I will have to say that the biggest way out of slavery and becoming a product of the system is developing your human connection, but in a sort of way where you stand above judgment and you stand above reciprocity, meaning that if somebody does you wrong, that you shouldn't immediately feel obligated to do the same exact thing back. You know what I mean? Because it's hate. Hate tends to form cycles, and it's really hard to break one of these cycles, but you are going to have to be the one that does it. If somebody treats you wrong, dude, just calm down. Realize that they're human too. We've all been there, dude. Like, to some extent, we are like that person. If you don't want to be that person, the one that I'm talking about, then you have to become an interpersonal being and shine your light. The best way to do this is to just be cool, like calm down a little bit, you know. Don't be so determined to speak on your own successes and trials and tribulations, but listen to the other person and actually, you know, treat them as if they have good advice for you. Because honestly, they may actually have something that can help you. People always tend to. To take it back to my earlier point, how people and connecting with them can actually teach you a lot of things. There's a specific way that certain social dynamics can teach you different things. So, for the example of, let's say, you are speaking to a lot of different people, right? You may work somewhere where you're speaking to all kinds of different people, you know. Restaurants tend to be that sort of thing, or um, anywhere where it isn't like completely male, like there's men and women there. You tend to be in a more diverse pool. So when you're in a place like that and you refrain from socializing, you actually get put down quite a bit. And it's a terrible feeling. The only way to get out of that is to, one, work on yourself, spend time with the people that you know, love, and care about you, learn from them. Because I will further dissect this point later, but speaking to the ones that you know love you and the ones that are very few in your life, they actually teach you more about yourself as a person. Rather than speaking to this diverse pool of different individuals, this will actually teach you more about, well, I got that mixed up. Talking to your diverse pool of different individuals will teach you more about yourself because you are putting yourself out there. You see, you are the only way to get out of that trap of being the antisocial person is by putting yourself out there. And when you put yourself out there, it's a sort of blind faith. It's like when people say to be confident, they don't truly know what that means. Like, confidence isn't like bravado or like, just being cocky, right? Like that's fake confidence. Real confidence is knowing that it's okay to be your authentic self. That it's okay to speak what you truly think. It's like you are letting yourself take the lead. Anything that you don't have in life is because you're not letting yourself have it. So, the way that speaking to large groups of individuals teaches you something about yourself is because you learn who you are as an individual. You learn how you are in diverse situations. You learn the, excuse me, you learn your nuances by speaking to others. Now, this is converse to speaking to one individual that you have formed a deep connection with. This is different because you already know who you are with that person. So when you are connecting with that person, you are actually in yourself looking to learn more about the other person. You find yourself staring deeply into their soul, seeing if there is more. When you are with somebody like this, you feel like you already know yourself. And you are okay with who you are at that moment. See, when you spend time with an individual that you care deeply for, you get the experience of learning how a human being experiences life emotionally. You learn their nuances, and it's quite a beautiful experience. See, when you find somebody who you have been able to form such a deep connection with, you start to understand that you are okay and that this person actually needs you to be okay. So it even further drives the point that you are okay as you are, which actually helps you. It helps you to go out into this world and speak to others and communicate with them. It helps you because it gives you this confidence. It gives you this confidence that you are okay as you are. Somebody else believes so. Now, if you aren't fortunate enough, which God knows I've been there, you may not even know who you are. And it hurts. It does. But what I can tell you, my friend, is that as long as you focus on your self development and you be a good neighbor, you will see that you can just be the light in the room. You can converse to anyone, you can be friendly, you can be loving. It's quite easy. It's quite easy for people, once they realize that you don't gotta do too much, dude. In fact, the less you do, the better. Because people like to make a scene, they like to judge, they like to say this and that. And I'm guilty of it too, dude. Like, it is quite literally easy, very, very easy to use the belittling of somebody else to make yourself seem better. It's time that we become aware of our less positive tendencies and do something to correct them, because this world is in dire need of open minded, loving, caring individuals. So, if somebody mistreats you, just know that the way you react can literally determine the future for thousands of people, millions of thousands of people. This is much bigger than ourselves and how we feel. So it's important that we take our egos out of it. I encourage you all to become your best self, the best version of who you are, because we need you. I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. Amen.